Hi, this is Josh Olson. You're watching Trailers from Hell, and today we're going to go back to a different time, a time when movies were not quite as censored, not quite as proper. They're a lot more adult, a lot sexier, a lot more violent, definitely a lot more perverse. I can only be talking, of course, about the early 30s. In 1934, the Production Code came into effect. It was a response to the fact that the government and the Catholic League of Decency were coming down on Hollywood for making movies that were unfit for citizens to watch. They were filthy and depraved. And I wish this were the real thing. I've got a recreation of the code to govern the making of talking, synchronized, and silent motion pictures. A couple of my favorite bits in here on the subject of sex. Some of the things you were not allowed to show, or sex perversion, white slavery, miscegenation is forbidden, sex hygiene and venereal diseases are not subjects for motion pictures, scenes of actual childbirth in fact or in silhouette are never to be presented. I think one of my favorite lines here is, scenes of passion must be treated with an honest acknowledgement of human nature and its normal reactions. Many scenes cannot be presented without arousing dangerous emotions on the part of the immature, the young, or most importantly, the criminal classes. So be careful. If you have kids in the room, take them out of there. If you're a member of the criminal classes, do not watch this. This is 3 on a match. So the title refers to the old idea that you never want to have 3 on a match, which supposedly came from the old foxholes of World War I, where if the idea is you light your first match, they see you're there, you light the second match, they get a bead on you, and then the third match, you're going to get shot by the Germans. Turns out it was completely fabricated, that story, by actually a match company trying to sell more matches. Apparently it worked. Strangely enough, one of the stars of this film, Warren Williams, went on to play the Match King in a movie called The Match King, but there's no other relation to this film.
I've done everything in my power to make you happy. I try to give you everything you ask for, let you do as you please.
No, it isn't.
There's Warren Williams, in fact. This is one of my favorite lost movie stars. Absolutely incredible actor. He had great presence. He plays a good guy in this film, and he's a supporting member of the cast. But at his best, he played kind of these idealized, really despicable, charismatic millionaire businessmen who had insane libidos. In one movie, he actually chases his secretary literally around her desk. He was kind of like if Donald Trump were attractive, charismatic, and interesting. He'd be Warren Williams. The plot of this film is kind of hard to describe. It's 3 girls who went to school together, grow up. One of them, Anna Dvorak, things kind of go wrong for her. I guess because she's the third person who lights a cigarette off the same match in that early scene. It's never quite clear. But she marries Warren Williams and then gets bored and decides to have an affair after she has a kid, that really obnoxious blonde kid who you just saw a minute ago. I swear I can't stand that kid. I wish they'd just stepped on him or squashed him like a bug. He's the most annoying child actor you ever saw. I would never say that about a kid actor in a contemporary film, but this guy's probably been dead for 20 years now, so it's okay. The film is racy, and it's a shock. If you've never seen a pre-code film before, it'll knock you out, because we're so used to seeing certain conventions and certain ideas in movies from this era that it's kind of stunning when you see them shatter them. Earlier on in this trailer, for instance, you saw Anna Dvorak's nipples through her negligee. There's references to cocaine use, people having wild illicit affairs, and cheap sex in motel rooms. It's pretty interesting stuff. There's a small performance by a young actor named Humphrey Bogart in this film that's worth noting, because he just pops off the screen. I mean, there's just no doubt that guy was going to be a huge star.